mean, what are you doing? Why are you in my bed? And why did you rub all this plenty makeup on your face? Oh, because you want to enter my bed.
You haven't touched me in a while.
Ah. Abigail, you're actually counting. You are counting how many times your husband has touched you. Are you serious? In spite of the fact that I tell you how stressed I am, I complain to you about the contract I've still not been able to get, even though I've been pursuing it for a while now. What do you think about it? Sex?
That's not true. I have been patient with you.
Okay. Which is good for you. Leave my room now, no? And guy, remove all this rubbish on your face. So because you want to enter my bed, you want to go and apply makeup. Look at you. Oh yeah, get out. Leave my room. Go.
Kaz, please, I beg you. If I've offended you, I'm sorry.
Do you want me to leave this room for you?
No. Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's your favorite girl Talk with Persh, and today guys I bring you a new video. Now the name of this movie is called Time Traveler, and this movie is starring Ruth Kadiri, Maurice Sam, Roxy Antak, Chinwe Cynthia, Amazon Austin, alongside other amazing actors, actresses, and the entire cast and crew. So let's get into the video. So this movie is about a young lady. Her name is Abigail. Abigail is married to Kaz, and you would expect for a young marriage there should be so much love, there should be so much care and all that. But that was what exactly was missing in the marriage between Abigail and Kaz. Now Abigail loves the Lord. Abigail is your textbook good wife. She cooks, she cleans, she goes to work. She has a job. Don't get it twisted. She has a job, she goes to work, she takes good care of her family, and at night she comes back and she wants to like be with her husband, and Kaz would push Abigail away. Yes, Kaz will constantly push Abigail away. In short, the only thing I think Kaz does in that house is to come back from work, eat and sleep. Kaz doesn't do anything. He doesn't bother to ask Abigail, how is your day? Or what happened, my wife? Or even try to like touch his wife or show any atom of love, care, or attention. And this is happening because Kaz is cheating on his wife. Yes, Kaz is cheating on his wife, Abigail, with not just one person, like different women. Okay. So Abigail, typical lady who loves the Lord. She's a minister in her church. Abigail would go to church. You see, when she ministers, like, when they say the heaven shakes, when this lady ministers to people, people are like touched by her ministration and all that. But it's almost like what you're telling other people is not a reflection in your life. And that was what Abigail was feeling like. She would make different attempts to be able to like win her husband's love and affection, but that wasn't happening. She even went to church, told her, this mommy Gio them, oh, this is what is happening. And see, even when Abigail's pastor attempted to talk to Kaz. Kaz ended up not going to church for 3 months because he felt like, why would Abigail bring his issues outside and all that? So all this was happening, and of course, Abigail was becoming sadder, more depressed by the day. And then one day, she meets a young man, Nato. Okay, so she meets Neto. It turns out that Neto was like her next door neighbor, and Neto was being all cute and all that. And for somebody that is being starved of care and affection, when you start getting the care and affection you do not have, your mind will start tilting. Let's just be sincere, your mind will start tilting. And that was what was happening between Abigail and Nato, okay? But Abigail would always pray against it because she took her marriage vows very seriously, okay? As in, she's one of those women that are like, for better or for worse, as in, I'm with my man, I swear on the altar of God and everything. And it was so beautiful to see, okay? But the more Nato tried to win over Abigail, the more Abigail will try to run away, and Kaz wasn't helping matters. The more Kaz will continue to be an AS, okay. I don't want to use those kind of words on my channel. He will continue to be an AS. So I think the breaking point for Abigail was on a particular day when she told Kaz to please come back home so they could just like do dinner together and all that. And Kaz was like, "Oh, I'm going to come back, don't worry." Then Kaz went out to drink with his friends, and he was all there telling his friends that he doesn't like his wife. His wife is disgusting. That he would come back from work and she would want him to touch her, and she's always smelling of food and all that and all that. Then I like the fact that one of his friends was like, "Guy, why are you talking like this? If you do not want your wife to smell of food, why not like hire a maid? Or do you get like why would you talk about your wife like this?" And him and his other useless friend, they were like, wait till you get married because you're not married, that's why you're talking like that and all that. And this is where I say, if there is something about your partner that makes you uncomfortable, why not tell your partner so they change? Instead, you're looking for like a reason that you would give for being an AS, for being a cheater. You're just looking for a reason to like solidify your actions that you're taking. So on that particular night, Abigail waited for Kaz, called him, and Kaz didn't pick. And Nato shows up. And obviously, she and Nato ate the food because, of course, Kaz was nowhere to be found. And then when Kaz comes back in the morning, she confronts Kaz, and Kaz is like giving the I don't care attitude and all that. Then Abigail falls sick, and you would expect that, okay, Kaz, your wife is sick, or yeah, take care of your wife. Kaz was like, he's going to work, it's none of his business, she should take care of herself and all that. And that was when Nato comes in again, the knight in shining armour, and Nato starts to take care of Abigail when she's sick. He would feed her, he would stay close to her, make sure she's fine, give her drugs and all that. And while that was happening, they had a moment and the deed was done. Yeah. And after the deed was done, Abigail felt so bad because she felt like she had broken her marital vows and all that. She was so remorseful. She was praying to God to forgive her, that she had broken her marriage vows and all that. Why Abigail was busy feeling sad? Of course, her husband was there doing his own thing, enjoying himself with other women. So it now turns out that later on, Abigail actually caught Kaz, yes, in the process of Kaz cheating. And Abigail just, she was over it at that point and she just said what she said. She like quoted some proverb for him, said what she said, and just left and asked for a divorce. And yeah, she was like done with it. Then that was where we now understood the whole story. Now, if you're looking at this whole story, you'll be like, oh, Neto is such a beautiful man and all that. But the truth was, Neto came into Abigail's life as a way to revenge for what Kaz did to him. Now, it turns out that Neto had a girlfriend that he was dating, a fiance, by the way. And then Kaz comes into the picture and woos his girlfriend with money, gifts, and all that. And Neto's girlfriend leaves him for Kaz. So because of that, Neto was like he was going to revenge on Kaz, and that was why he came over to their neighborhood so he could like woo Abigail. But unfortunately for Neto, he fell in love with Abigail. Okay, so when Abigail was confronted with the truth about Neto, of course she felt sad because she felt as if Neto was using her. Kaz too was a very rubbish husband and all that. And by this time, Kaz, all his girlfriends have exposed him now. So Kaz was trying to get Abigail back, and Abigail was like, no, 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 it's not gonna happen. You've lost me and all that. And then Neto too was trying to get Abigail because he had already fallen in love with Abigail. Yes, he came with wrongful intentions, but he fell in love with Abigail and forgot about all he came to do. So eventually, Neto prayed to God, told God to help him touch Abigail's mind so Abigail could forgive him. And Abigail actually forgave him. And guess what? Neto and Abigail actually got married, and Abigail got pregnant, and she was such a beautiful pregnant woman. And she was where they ended this was where she was going to church, she had a ministration, and Nito was all telling her how cute, how beautiful, and all that she was. And it was so beautiful to see. See, let me tell you guys, when you're with the right person, love is sweet. Trust me, love is really sweet. Just pray that you end up with the right person, not an unfortunate person. not an unfortunate person like Kaz. And guys, please see, stop cheating on your spouses. It makes no sense because trust me, that thing you're looking for outside, it doesn't even make sense. By the time you marry that one that is outside, that slave mama that is outside, and you think, oh, when she comes, you will see that she might even end up being worse than your wife. She is all beautiful and all that because she doesn't have responsibilities that your wife has. Your wife is cleaning, your wife is cooking, your wife is probably taking care of kids and all that, and you feel like the right way to do it is to body shame her. Okay, if you feel like she's smelling of food all the time, why not on a particular weekend you tell her, baby, don't cook, let's go on a vacation somewhere, let's go to a hotel somewhere, so that all her attention is just focused on you. Even if you guys have kids, you leave the kids in the hands of maybe your sibling or somebody, and take your wife on a vacation, like spend some time together. Don't be an asshole, okay? So guys, please watch the movie. Head over to Ruth Kadiri 247 to watch it, okay?